Okay, Hassan, what do you want to say?
Okay, first and foremost, I think that gambling streams, especially when it comes to slot streams, are really bad. I've been saying this since day one. This is my day one argument. I think it's terrible. And if you want to understand why it's terrible, look no further than Trainwreck's own personal experience. Train, do you want other people to be subjected to the same experience that you yourself have subjected yourself to? Because the reason why you get paid $1 million a month from stake is not because they're fucking idiots, but because obviously there is a return on their investment there where a bunch of people are getting caught up in a similar problem. That's the issue at hand.
If you use that as a content pivot or a content guide for you, no content will ever make sense. If you say, "Oh,
why?"
Because I feel like it's just an odd argument.
Why is it? Also, no, I don't think it's an odd argument.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's an odd argument at all. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. There's a reason why there's so much regulation around gambling and also even alcohol and other vices, right?
First, let me respond.
A question that was posed to him.
Yeah. First, let me respond. No, because Hassan asked me a question first. Did he not? Yes, he did. So let me answer the question from that.
Don't do anything. Come back.
And then he can respond to his. So let me answer your question. The way I go about it, from when I talk to him, okay? I stay transparent as possible, and I show the reality of gambling on my stream. You understand? By not taking any of this bullshit, shady deals, no fake money. I show new people who might have not seen gambling before the real bullshit of gambling. You will lose, and you'll be very, very, very lucky to even break even. It is a terrible thing. I have a good time. Just wait. The people that are being paid, or me getting paid to gamble on their site, the people targeted aren't new people. It's people who are using the other sites that are gambling regardless. Do you understand? Those people are looking to be transferred onto that are gamblers like me. Any new people, that's why constantly I talk and constantly I stay transparent about how shitty gambling is. My gambling pay or me gambling.
You can't possibly be making an argument that like what you're doing is a positive, right? Like about
no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Like educating people on the terrible side of gambling, right? That's not what you're saying.
No, 100%. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
This is unquantifiable, and I think it's rerouting the damage elsewhere. When I think it's like a blanket thing. I think it's across the board.
Now let me just explain another thing as far as like the slippery slope argument goes, right? There are certain things that are completely regulated and even restricted to advertise on Twitch, on every other platform. For example, a lot of these gamble streams would not fly, especially ones where like they're staking you. They would not fly on YouTube at all. They would just not. That would not happen. The only reason why we're able to do that here is because the only reason why we're able to do that on Twitch is because Twitch does not regulate it. Now,
why do we care? Is YouTube the law? What?
No, it's not.
When has YouTube became the model of our existence?
No, I'm not saying
I'm gonna
that.
Go out there on the street and do dumb shit. But do they do it on YouTube? Let me Google this. Can I do dumb shit like this in real life? Oh no, YouTube doesn't do it. I can't do it.
Where was this argument of the sexual content? Right?
What is that?
Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point? Hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
The reason why said regulations exist is because of the incalculable harm that it does when you're promoting a dangerous vice like gambling, sometimes to even younger audiences. It's not even a think of the kids argument at that point. It's just that it is still a bad and wrong thing to do. And I think your personal experience, it's not. It's YouTube still demonetizes and punishes casino streamers and gambler streamers though.
It hurts them. It's not like they're getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions behind the doors. But no, they don't get the code in the description. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Why do you think? Why do you think?
Code that's restricted. That's it.
Why do you think there are restrictions around gamble streams and slot streams and just gambling in general? Like, why do you think you have to leave a certain? Why do you think you have to leave a certain state in order to be able to gamble freely on an offshore gambling website? Why don't you go to a regular sweepstakes website, for example?
Because American laws are the way they are, and
do you understand why there are laws around this specific issue?
Same way that there's laws with drinking, smoking.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
It's a vice.
Okay.
We're gonna bring up.
It causes damage to people.
Would you do
their
an affiliate?
families,
Would you do an
their
affiliate
mental
code?
health.
Would
It's
you do an
dangerous.
affiliate code for smoking cigarettes on stream if you were paid enough money? And
I don't know. You were the one sitting here the other day with Miskip who was at Friday Fireballs, and you didn't seem to thought that bringing
I'm
down
asking you a
will
question.
be an
Yeah.
issue.
There's
No,
a difference between alcohol and cigarettes. Would you?
There is.
And there's still regulation.
can't.
There is still
No,
regulation
no.
surrounding.
Backpedal Andy up in this bitch.
It's
Come
not a
on.
backpedal. I'm asking you a direct
hold on,
question, and instead of answering it, you're deflecting. Would you
Let Hassan
smoke a
talk,
cigarette
dude.
on stream or multiple bogues on stream, and then tell your fans like xQc, codename Juicer, if you use the affiliate code, you can get a fucking Marlboro Red.
We don't do that for gambling
But
though.
it's
We
there,
don't
bro.
do that. We
It is
talk
there.
about no.
And as
why you're
far
being
as
paid.
as
It
far
is
as the
not-
and
it is
as far as the
not a
drinking alcohol goes, as far as the unethical nature of like
yikes.
alcoholic content or whatever, I don't know how Miskip's audience demographic, but I've worked with.
No.
I've
No,
worked.
you don't get
I
to do
have
that.
worked with,
No.
and also on
No.
top of that,
No.
just
No,
wait.
Finish his point.
You
Let me
don't
finish
get
my
to down
point. Let me finish my point.
No, you won't. You
Let me
won't.
finish
Hold
my
on.
point.
Respond when he's done.
I
You're
can't
not gonna
speak.
put-
I
you're not
can't
gonna put
speak
the age-
specifically.
Go ahead.
Okay. Stop mouthing. Stop mouthing. Just listen.
Respond
I
when
can't
Hassan's
speak
done.
specifically for Miskip's situation. Okay, but there's 2 points I'm going to make. Number one, in most circumstances, when you are promoting alcohol, the alcohol provider that is buying gambling on your inventory will request your demographics to ensure that a certain percentage of it is above the age of 21 or 18 if applicable to the international audience. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but regardless, if Miskif was literally mainlining Fireball and getting fucking absolutely wasted and then drunk driving, he would literally, if he was doing that on stream,
wait
he
a
would get
minute.
banned. He would get
Wait.
absolutely fucking banned. Fedmeister
Wait,
unironically
because
got banned for being
it's-
sloppy as shit and completely fucking
It's a-
straight up drunk. He got banned.
It's a self-harm rule, Hassan, not a fucking ethics, morals, or law rule. You can't
That's
get blacked
self-harm.
out dying.
Wait,
Nigga,
wait,
that's
wait, what's the
self-harm.
ethics behind
You
the
can't-
self-harm rule then? No, you're right. What's the ethics and the morality behind self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch then? Except for slots, apparently. But why can't you show self-harm on Twitch?
Oh, yikes.
What? No, nah. You don't get to do that.
Okay, come on, answer my question.
This
It's a simple question.
I'm
Why
not
can't you show
Glendy.
self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on
the
Twitch, you think?
reasons don't matter.
No, it does matter. It absolutely does matter.
I do not understand
Those reasons are literally the reason why we are having this conversation to begin with around morality and ethics.
Why
Self-harm
did
is
you
not
make-
allowed on the content because it promotes a horrifyingly destructive set of behaviors that if an impressionable audience were to follow, they would fucking engage in self-harm. Now, that's precisely
ultimate
why getting
consequence-
fucked up. That's
You
precisely why
cannot
getting fucked up on alcohol to a degree where you're like, you literally can't comprehend or can't work around and walk around will get you banned because, again, to your
Hassan,
impressionable audience, regardless of age, that is really destructive behavior. Now go on.
You would get banned if you did the same thing with water. If you were to conduct in a way that would self-harm you or kill you with water, you'd get banned just as much as if it was with alcohol. The end game possible worst outcome is irrelevant.
What?
It's irrelevant.
Water
I
is
get it
not an
now.
addictive substance. It's one that you
You
need
get-
for
Oh my
survival, whereas
fucking
alcohol
God.
is a vice, which is a more applicable argument in this situation.
You jumped.
Do you unironically think that the
You
self-harm?
jumped. Nope. You jumped from drinking alcohol to dying on stream. You made that jump.
Dying on stream? I didn't say dying on stream is bannable.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah, I said
drinking alcohol to a
self-harm.
degree
I
where you
said-
are so sloppy drunk. Wait, I can't hear you. You got cut
I
off.
really feel like
you
we
made
have.
that jump. I did.
is-
You did it.
It's so crazy. Like as
And
soon
even
as XQC
then-
and I, as
and
soon
even
as
then-
XQC and I joined the call, we have went from streamers promoting a scam to kids to some like 17 other evolved fucking arguments that I've never heard you guys like. It's the craziest. It's like anything to get your narrative across. It's the weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
No, my narrative has been
weirdest
consistent
shit.
since day one.
What's
I don't
up,
even
time
know. I don't even know if slots or stake is or the slot machines that they utilize, the IP that they use, which is a third-party IP. I don't even know if they're scammable or not. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if they're scammable or not. I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I never made that assertion, but I do totally understand why Ethan, given all of his previous experience with like CSGO lottos and all this other shit, would reasonably come to that assertion, which he
is
not. Listen,
he did what I said earlier. He's doing it.
Oh,
he's lumping it. He's ringing that
you
bell.
cannot lump that. You understand?
Okay, I am not even saying that I never made that assertion, but I do think it's a reasonable one to speculate on, given the previous examples of it.
But when Ethan says, when Ethan very subtly and kind of in a general way doesn't specify what he means and what he's talking about when he says, let me finish. In my past, when you say in my past, I have dealt with these gambling institutions and they can rig their stuff, right? You need to specify you were in this CSGO world. No shit, they can rig their shit. They made their own slots. They made their own fucking
unregulated gambling site. It wasn't.
They made their own shit. There's providers here that are.
Yeah, they don't get that here though. They don't get that. I explained this already.
At the end of the day, dude, it boils down to we all agree it's wrong, right? We all agree it's fucked up, right?
I don't think Train does. But I don't know.
Train said it's wrong.
No, gambling is bad. Gambling is bad. Yes.
Okay, so then where we diverge is that you say, I know it's bad, but I'm going to do it because I'm having fun. That's it. That's it. We disagree.
Like many other vices us human beings have, right?
Oh, but you're influencing people. That's the difference.
I'm not in.
And you're being paid a shitload of money.
Which I use to gamble, and I lose all of it.
The fact that you're losing money doesn't make it okay. It just means you're a bad gambler. Gamblers are bad at the end of the day.
Wait, what you just said being a bad gambler, if anything, now you have sold.
You're being paid.
You have done more damage there than I have on my stream. Saying that me losing money you saying that. You telling me that me losing.
Okay, there's a point on that as well that I want to make.
I'm a bad gambler implies there's a good gambler.
No, I just said all gamblers are bad immediately afterwards, so there's no need to latch onto it. We all agree it's bad. You're being paid $1 million a month plus to do it, and so you turn your head to doing a bad thing.
I don't turn my head to doing a bad thing.
There's an additional point to make here.
Yeah, I don't need to get paid to do it.
Trainwrecks talking about Trainwrecks. You talking about how you're a deterrent. You talking about how you're a deterrent. Trainwrecks is not a good argument either, especially Trainwreck. Tyler,
I'm not providing an argument, Hassan.
Okay, you talking about that doesn't mean anything because here, you and I both know this because I'm a fucking addict myself, okay? And even on like Grand Theft Auto Roleplay when I was playing No Pixel, it was with fake fucking money. You and I both know that you see those wins and you're like, oh, I could get that too. Because the wins outweigh and completely overshadow the losses. The wins are a significantly more important motivator for people to go out and gamble than the losses are as a deterrent. So you could be losing for 19 hours in a fucking row, and someone could be watching you for 19 hours, but they see you get that win, and that dopamine is what guides them to do this.
Without context, sure, but with the way my streams are structured, I don't believe that's the case at all. I think the way I gamble and the awareness I give, I think it's doing the best it can for new gamblers. You understand? I'm gambling for me. I'm gambling for fucking fun. That's what I do. Do you understand? I'm not pushing toward this younger audience. I'm not catering to them. I'm not doing it for the bag of gambling. If I was, I would have taken a fake money deal. I'm sitting there. I'm doing my thing. I'm having fun.
As long as you disclose everything, then it's like.
I agree. I'm disclosing all of my shit. And I'm sitting there and doing my thing. Do you understand?
I think it's really good that you disclose today how much you're making because I think it's important people know that. For watching you play.
Okay, no, I generally think that this is like the fucking Twitter bait mentality where you say, oh, that'll make it okay. They do it. Nah, what about that? They do it. No, but this, nah.
Wait, what? What is it? What is the argument? I'm confused by what you're saying.
It's just pulling more and more, and nobody's you're never happy. You're outraged. We get it. Gamba equals bad.
We get it. We all agree. What do you want?
There's gonna be a next step after that. Well,
we all agree. Gamba is bad.
I feel like if he does that, right, and you wouldn't be happy.
What's even worse than Gamba is being paid by Gamba companies.
But here's the thing: gambling
and then not disclosing it, which you did now. Which
in a lot of countries, such as Canada, gambling is legal. These guys have a license in Canada, correct? Yes. There's an older demographic that enjoys it. There's an older demographic that likes watching it. And there's an older demographic that enjoys it, correct?
Tell me, do you have demographic information?
So why? I posted on my Twitter, yes. So why? Yeah. So
What is it?
Okay.
So why is it the case that we've somehow shifted to gambling is bad overall and shouldn't be streamed for everyone, but we started out gambling shouldn't be streamed toward
No.
kids and promoted to
They're
kids?
all
Train, I got you,
arguments. They
Train,
don't
Train.
exclude each other.
I'm confused.
So it starts
They're
at the
both
top, Train,
valid.
and it's a breakdown. It starts at deceiving paid for gamba is bad. Then it's paid gamba is bad. Then it's gamba promotion is bad. Then it's gamba is bad. Like you just don't get there.
Oh,
We
it's all bad,
understand.
dude.
Wait,
gamba is bad.
that's all
There's
correct to
degrees of
varying
it.
No,
degrees.
it's not. Here's my problem.
That's
My
all
problem
correct to
is
varying degrees. You are
no,
correct. I don't know why you
me
keep
and
making that.
Before
No
me and
shit.
XQC joined, this all started with scammers, the fuck rigged. That's what it started as. Now we're just sitting here virtually.
Okay, I mentioned this already. I don't know why you guys are hyper focusing on this because, like, one,
because it's serious.
we didn't even it was a fucking it was a brief aside in an overarching conversation about promoting
man.
gambling to people and how that's bad to do. And the reason why I guess you're hyper focusing on it is because like it's speculative and it's the only part that is not tangible or tangible.
That is incorrect.
And
And you know that.
XQC literally agrees with the rest of the fucking points that Ethan made, so I'm already confused on the rest of this conversation.
Here's the problem that I have with you, Hassan, and Ethan.
The difference is that you're saying, I'm not saying you can't do it. Clearly you are, and you can. The difference is you've decided not to do it. You agree it's bad. You agree it has a negative effect on the people that watch you. We all agree that not disclosing is even worse, right? Not disclosing that you're unsponsored or not playing with your own money. That's even worse. But ultimately, is it ethical to be playing slot machines while being paid millions of dollars from the sponsor on Twitch? Is it ethical? No, no, I don't think so. But you I think you agree on all those points, but you continue to do it. So what can I say?
I think there's degrees of it. I feel like
I think
this is my true take. Okay,
black and white.
I've completely
That's it.
I've completely stopped it. But I think everybody's bound to their opinion.
Why did you stop?
I think my opinion is
Why
that
did you stop gambling, XQC?
okay. I said this on stream. I don't like talking about this. Okay, so gamba. I'm very easily addicted. Okay, when I play and I play a lot. Things feel weird. Maybe you guys don't get that. Okay, I'm like a dopamine, like a tick, 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 tick.
That's why gambling.
I've had like a full 4 days after gamba where things just didn't feel right. Where a normal win, a normal whatever, anything that was positive was kind of flat. Like and now it was kind of kicking in a little bit. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, your home runs got imbalanced because you got too used to the fucking dopamine hit from winning like a shitload of crypto.
Yeah, you're describing being addicted. and having.
Okay.
That's it. And then
Okay. Which brings.
Do you want people in your audience to get into a similar situation?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Okay. There goes now. I finish my point.
The pros and cons is like, do I let my audience get sucked into this, or do I take $1 million plus a month? That's the choice you face.
Okay.
That is such a misrepresentation of the choice.
Exactly what's happening.
Because
that is not what's happening.
No. If the rude behavior of your gambling is that you're going to make money and misrepresent it, that's your main goal, to make the bag, misrepresent and scam. Yeah, that's the opposite side of the spectrum.
If you want to prove me wrong, Trainwreck.
No wait. I'll
take the money. Don't take the money.
If your rude behavior is
I'm
doing it for content.
If your argument, excuse me 1 sec. If your argument is all around me taking the money or not, then it tells me and it paints a picture to anyone intelligent what you're actually arguing here in your actual stance. Do you understand? Me taking $1 million and then using that $1 million to add to the funds I'm already gambling with shouldn't make any difference to any virtue signaling argument you're making. Any of it. It shouldn't make any difference. Because I'm transparent. I'm disclosing what I'm making and I'm using it plus my own money to gamble. If you need me to take the $1 million out and not use it to gamble, I'm still on the same site that you say is damaging. So why does your argument change? Do you understand? That's what tells me this is some petty shit. It's a show.
Because I don't believe you. I don't think you would be gambling like you are if you weren't being paid $1 million.
I've been gambling for 5 fucking years. I've been gambling in every fucking form on Twitch.
I think the other part of this. Okay. I know you're a degenerate. Tyler. I know you're a degenerate. But the problem is like you don't want to fucking promote that behavior to your fans, right? Like who aren't getting paid $1 million on top of that So, because the reason
Me
why you're
getting
down,
paid or not getting paid, I'm
no.
gambling
The
on
reason
stream
why
regardless.
the reason why you have the financial security right now to be able to have a fucking $2.3 million loss and recover from that, partially is the consequence that
I
of
have
your
not
of your
recovered
said that
from it.
before, and he
sponsorship.
found that highly offensive because
I
apparently
have
he's
not
a
recovered
crypto
from it.
billionaire.
I have not recovered
What
from
if?
it.
What if?
I have
I
not
know
recovered from
you
it.
haven't. But what
Okay,
keeps
The
you
reason I
motivated,
could
Hassan,
survive
what keeps
is
you motivated, and what
streamer
keeps you
money.
going
It's
is because
streamer-
one, you're addicted,
streamer
and
money.
two, you still have one, you're addicted, and two, you have like either cryptocurrency from before or whatever.
crypto
But
billionaire.
most people are not in your shoes,
So because
they're getting into that situation when they
I
see you get those
disclose
big
that.
wins.
Hassan, I let them know, do not do this. Listen, here's what I say specifically. Even if I lose, I have a way out. Do you understand? I can pick up 6 different sponsors. I can come back. I make this clear every fucking 30 goddamn minutes that I have a way out. If you spend your shit, you're gone. There's no way out. There's nothing. You're fucked. Do you understand?
I know, but there's a reason why Gamblers Anonymous and other websites urge you to never, ever get like around gambling. It's like saying, look, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an
if you're gonna give me
alcoholic,
the-
and I'm just going to. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just gonna fucking
That
go to the
argument-
bar.
That argument isn't fair
Because
if
people
you're
are saying I can drink responsibly.
Hassan, if you're going to give me that argument, then I need you guys to put together a podcast and be this fucking hyper focused on gambling as you or this hyper focused on drinking and other addictive things as you are on gambling. Where the fuck is this
if
shit
you were
everywhere
going to a
else?
bar, okay, that could fucking somehow
So you're telling
deliver.
me-
If you were doing sponsorships
God.
for a fucking bar that like delivers alcohol to you, okay, no matter what your age is, because there are ways around the age restrictions, as
Yes, there are.
we've all
yes,
talked about.
exactly.
That's a stretch and a half.
but that's not a stretch and a half,
that's-
because that's
there-
the whole
there is-
that's the whole problem.
There is a way around age
There's a
restrictions
reason
for
why
drinking
these,
and
there's a
smoking.
reason why these
Drinking
websites
and
shut down
smoking,
and then
right?
reopen under different names. There's a reason why they're based out of Curacao or whatever the fuck, rather than Canada. And there are real like legal sweepstakes websites out there, but
Right, so
they
why-
are fully
so instead of
regulated,
doing-
and
so
some
instead
states
of-
have decided that they're illegal to participate in. Like
So
Texas.
instead of jumbling them all up and painting every casino the same color, have you done research on Stake? Because before I picked up anything, I've done research. Stake's been around for 4 years. Before that 4 years, there was another company, right, that they left that was been around for 10 years. And some of them left, made Stake. They've been around for 4 years. They will be around for another 10 years. There's so much, if you just do a little research, instead of just talking out your ass and basing this off of CSGO fucking Lotto, that you can go look at. Do you understand?
I'm not basing
There's
it off of
so
CSGO
much.
Lotto. I don't know anything about CSGO Lotto. I wasn't around when that shit was popping off. Okay, I
have a
can't even
question.
make that comparison because I'm
Hassan, I have
unfamiliar.
a question. I'm genuinely curious. If nobody was paid for at all, and they decided to take their long-term streamer earnings, 3 mil, and gamble the fuck out of it over the span of 4 months, would you think about it or talk about it differently?
Yeah. And
Then
people
why?
have been doing that. I still
Why?
think it's bad. Oh, 100%.
Why would you
I
talk
think
about it
it's
differently?
Because
you
it's
won't talk about it differently.
because to me that is the equivalent of fucking slots are the equivalent of heroin.
So then
okay?
it's not about
you
the
would
kids.
argue
And
it
it's
the
the-
same
not
way,
about the
right?
kids.
And it's
So
the
why are we talking
equivalent
about
of
the
fucking
kids?
being
No
an
way.
You
alcoholic.
talk about it differently.
And it's the equivalent of being an alcoholic on stream.
Everything.
Then you would argue it the same way,
What?
right?
Oh,
Nope.
man.
I'm sorry.
Guys,
Can
I
you
think-
repeat the
I think-
question again?
Then you would argue it the
So
same
this
way.
is about stream. Oh, man.
or
Not
not.
about it's,
Whether
it's
people are paid
all
for-
aspects of
If you- if-
varying badness.
Okay,
Holy
if you're going to
shit.
downplay the importance and not give a fuck about it when it fits your arguments, whether somebody paid or not,
Oh,
then don't
fuck.
bring it up.
I'm not doing
Holy
that.
shit.
I've
you're-
never done that. I
you're-
think it's still
you're
bad.
overplaying the
It's
importance
not
of
as
it
bad.
when it
No.
fits, and you're underplaying it when it doesn't. That's just stupid.
Oh my god, it's still bad. It's still bad. Okay, just like when I was talking about trains, gambler streams versus everyone else's, regardless. Okay, it's still bad. There's just varying degrees of bad. Just because something
Yes.
is less bad doesn't mean it's
Hassan.
not bad.
The
Yeah,
prob-
Hassan, listen, I think what you're talking about is different from what Ethan was talking about. And let me explain how, okay? If you want to tell me that you think gambling streams are bad in general because gambling is bad and it's an addictive thing, I understand that. Do you understand? I get it. As an addict myself, I get it. But the way Ethan started this entire fucking thing off with our mutual friends, you know, kind of going into the drama show bullshit, right? It started with rigged, scammed, things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know about that streamers are in. Do you understand? Starting it with that and now that we're in the conversation,
That's not what he started it
going
with.
in-
That's what
It is
xQc
what
took
started
out of the
with.
conversation because he agreed with
that
like
was
most of the
today.
other
No,
points that Ethan had made.
That is what it started with before xQc even got involved. Do you understand? That
It's
is
one
what's.
aspect of a lot is that
But you can't
these are
say
shady
it and jumble
businesses.
us all up into it without any doing research.
I literally
Thank
said you guys
you.
aren't doing the scamming. The difference between what you're doing and CS:GO is that those guys own the fucking website. How many times do I have to say that?
Yeah, but even the casino now. Have you done research into the casino now?
They did not know about
Other
providers
casinos, I cannot
they
speak
didn't know
for.
about,
But the,
they did not know about providers until I told them about it.
you don't know about providers. You're not a casino. You're about the hosting.
No,
Just do a little research
I know that
and then
there's
we'll
a
come
third
talk.
party that, I know that there's a third party that licenses that same software out to multiple different companies. That's why I'm saying it's irrelevant to the point, the overarching point of this argument. Like just because something is rigged, it doesn't mean
it's relevant.
It's more.
to
It's worse
Ethan's
when it's
point.
rigged. It's definitely worse when it's rigged. But regardless
not
of whether
worse
it's
when
rigged
it's
or
rigged.
not,
It is
it's still
illegal and
bad
It's
behavior that you're
illegal and
promoting.
disgusting.
I can tell you for sure that these most of these shady websites are probably going to do everything in their power not to pay out winners.
What?
What?
That's a step. What?
Yeah, what is that? What are you saying?
What are you
talking about?
saying? I'm confused.
Shady casinos that accept crypto will fucking not pay people out on their winnings. They'll accuse them of cheating or
Is there
No.
any
What?
is there
They'll-
any
they'll-
is there
they'll
any
say
Is this your
evidence?
editorial
Is
side or
there,
your
is
factual
there,
side?
is
I'm
there
confused.
any evidence of that, or even any reliable testimony on a heavy hitter kind website or industry
I don't know
leaders?
if you are.
of
I
any
don't
of
know if
this?
you guys are playing on heavy hitter websites.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Oh my god.
That's the basis of our conversation. Is that we take the precautions and the research, not to take scumlord scam bullshit.
Wait, this
I'm
is
not
really
saying you're
hey,
scamming, but these
xQc. I don't
websites
think you
are
want to. I don't
shady
think
as
you want to
fuck.
say that. I actually don't think you want to say that, especially considering the fact that you thought it was bad and you stopped doing that. I don't think you want to fucking say that, especially when you don't know, especially when it's crypto backed. I'm sorry to say this, but like, there's a reason why it's crypto based, and there's a reason why it's in some bumfuck fucking random island, and that's where it's based out of. And the reason is because they want to skirt regulations. Like, come on, you don't. I'm not saying that they're 100% going to do this, but there's an additional layer of being risk averse there.
In a way,
They are licensed in Canada. Like, I'm confused.
No, wait,
I don't know which website
Not
you're
in a
playing
way
on.
that fucks the user up. The way that Ethan is portraying it, that he's applying in a blanket across all sites and promotions onto. He's doing a blanket, all of them. Do you understand that? What he's saying is that people are getting scammed across the board. Is there any evidence that?
Oh my-
that
I'm
I don't know if you know this,
could-
but you know there's a risk to even having a fuckload of money in your PayPal. Like there's even a risk to having a fuckload of money in your bank.
Hassan!
There's a level that's not FDIC insured.
your
This
fucking
goes
pockets.
significantly beyond that. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I'm confused here. Are we still talking about?
I'll admit this. I need to look into what casinos these Twitch players are playing on. I was under the assumption that the websites people are playing on, especially like Aiden, and I don't know what website you play on, Trainwreck.
I play on Stake.
Okay,
Just so you can do research. Yeah.
I'll have to look into like where these are regulated, what software they use. It could be possible that you're playing on a totally legit one, and that's great. That's much better. But I have a feeling the one that Aiden Ross is playing on, I need to do research. But I've seen the way that they communicate and they pay him and shit. Is that this is a website that is not regulated. It's not above the board. And what's commonplace for these kinds of websites, and I know from experience, is that they can fudge numbers, and not only that. When they don't fudge the statistics, if somebody wins a big jackpot, they will make every excuse and make every possible effort not to pay them, which includes accusing them of cheating somehow or giving them onerous amounts of documents to have to submit to the point where they can say we can't verify your ID. This is the tactics that are well known by unregulated gambling sites, which is they're basically committing a fraud to not pay people out, and then once the authorities get involved, they just scram with all the money. This has been something that's the scams has been going around the world with stuff like all kinds of gambling
You are right.
website. I don't want to say
Ethan, you are right.
but I don't know. But
These
just
websites
to finish, Trainwreck. It sounds like you're playing on a legitimate one, so I don't want to say that So I need to do research, but it sounds like you're playing on a well-regulated Canadian casino. So I don't think that applies to you.
Okay,
It's not a Canadian casino,
some of these
just
guys,
licensed in
providers,
Canada.
they
It's
own
not-
real life casinos. They're established. Like they're
Especially when they
legit.
pay crypto, then
Do you
that's
know-
extra shady.
Yeah,
It's like they just
they're
fucking
real life
disappeared to the
casinos
hole.
in fucking Curacao, though, dude. There's a reason for that.
Okay, we're talking about the user side of things and how it fucks the user and how they're getting scammed. And now we're talking about the regulation and the legality of the physical casino.
Well, I think it's immoral, and also in most cases it's illegal. Not every law is fucking bad.
You're okay.
Oh
You're
my
jumping
gosh.
to some weird
That's-
legality dog shit to
I
disprove
cannot-
the
I-
morality.
No, I'm
actually-
talking about the morality as well. I think I covered it
I just
extensively
can't
as far
believe
as
you
like
don't
promoting
go to
addictive
then.
behavior that is like genuinely
don't go to
fucking
the
life ruining. And then also on top of that, I'm backing
Oh,
it up with
Jesus.
additional layers of legality as well, while tying the legality back to the morality and the reasons for why that law exists in the first place, or some regulation exists in the first place, and then showing how stake is different because it's able to skirt away from that regulation. And the reason why they are able to do that is because it's called offshore gambling. When regular sweepstakes websites exist, the reason why they do this is because, you know, they're doing shady shit.
Can you guys do some? Are you doing research on the state?
Listen. If this was shady at all, Canada would not license them to operate in Canada.
I don't know
That's
what you
one.
mean by Canada has licensed them. Canada does not have the same level of restrictions on online gambling that the United States does, but that doesn't mean that, or different states in the United States does, but that doesn't mean that they're like licensed in Canada. I don't know what you mean by that.
They have a license to operate in Canada. Do you understand? That's what I mean by that. And number two, it's weird how just because it's crypto, you're attaching shady
I've never heard of this,
And
by the way.
It's bad. You guys
and painting a brush.
Yeah, it's bad. I agree. It's. I think it is.
It's just like
I think it's malicious and out of bad faith that you guys lump in the bottom 1%
100%,
scammy
yes.
dog shit, exit scam trash
I
with like the
literally
top
just
heavy
made
hitters,
that-
the
I just-
juicers.
I'm not doing that.
in
I'm
real
saying
life casinos. And
yeah, you're saying because
No,
it's
I think I'm
crypto, it has
consistent
to
on
have
this.
shady. Yeah, you're saying because they're using crypto, they have to be
Somewhat
shady and they're
crypto
doing
only,
shady
but
shit. It's just
I
weird to
lit-
me.
I
No.
literally just made a crowbar separation between like
I'm not talking to you, Ethan.
legitimate
I was talking to
license-
Hassan.
Okay.
No,
go
I
ahead.
think it's
I was
all
talking to
bad,
Hassan.
but I think
Hassan
crypto
just said
provides
because
an
it's
additional
crypto, they
layer. Crypto provides an additional layer of skirting authorities, and that's precisely why they
Totally.
operate in crypto, and that's precisely why they operate out of a fucking island rather than a legal Canadian casino. If it was, if they wanted to get involved in like a legitimate gambling scheme, they could have had an American casino or even a Canadian casino that is literally based in Canada and can use the Canadian dollar or just fiat currency in general.
Here's what's crazy. No, real quick. X, please.
I think crypto's pretty cool though.
X, please, real quick. Please, real quick.
Real money
Okay.
shit, it's fucking cancer. Just forget it.
Here is my problem I have right now. And I'm going to be as clear as I can for the you know,
And
people
I tried to
who
log
can't-
into Stake, but it wouldn't
For
even
the-
let me from the United States.
Exactly. Yeah. So for the people that can't understand this, we just jumped from
It's complicated,
promoting.
bro.
No, hold on. No, wait. I'm talking this on here. We just jumped from people. Here was the entire argument before I even joined. When I was sitting there playing Rust for 29 hours. Just wait. Let me finish. Just playing Rust for-
Yo. Look at this. Look at my screen, you guys. Trainwreck. This is their headquarters, bro, on Google Maps. This
Give
is
me a
where
second here.
No. This is important. This is
How-
where
oh
State
my
Casino's
Oh
located,
my
you guys.
god. See.
How
this-
have we
this-
gone from
Yeah.
the argument of kids promoting and catering to
located-
kids, and now we're talking about
This is in their
crypto?
disclaimer. This is
you
a-
got.
Can you
this is
say
a-
100%
this
confidently that this is
shit.
not a scammer business, Train?
What?
I mean, honestly, can you? Because it sure looks like a fucking scam.
Look at this. This is their
Maybe it's
address.
not.
This is their
Yikes.
address, you guys.
You're
Yikes.
okay. Listen.
This is their
Let-
headquarters.
Holy
Let's
fuck.
go back to.
Holy
it
fuck.
doesn't matter.
This is a shed in the fucking ass woods of
Okay.
somewhere.
That's an issue you bring up overall. It's not an issue you bring up by lumping the people in and painting them as evil or some shit. I don't know why
What?
you guys are doing this.
Hey.
Wait,
No.
what?
No. They're
This
in a
is
shed, you guys.
crazy to me.
They're in a shed. This is their headquarters.
Wait, I'm confused. That's
This is
like
important.
I want to understand what
stream,
XQC's
Hassan.
argument is there.
They're in a shed.
Because XQC, it seems
I'm sure
functionally
every
like you've been
fucking offshore
defending
company
that
in the
for the
United
past
States is
hour
in
and a
a shed
half.
too.
Do you feel
I'm
like
not
that's
to do with
defending
anything you
I'm
brought
not
up. This is some
defending
virtue
anything.
signaling
No,
bullshit.
shit.
You're going with
legit
the
company.
wrong things to get at it. It's you're
We
lumping-
started this with streaming on Twitch to children. Then
This is the
once we
website
started
on
an
the
older
bottom of the
audience,
website.
we've moved
Hey.
this. We have suddenly shifted this conversation
Let's
to an
send them letters.
entirely different political
No, those are
fucking
multipliers
stance,
that make it
and
worse.
it's the weirdest shit I've seen in my life.
No, those
Like,
are
this is some
multipliers that
bad
make it
faith,
worse.
Virtue signaling bullshit.
Train, it's all bad.
Oh my
Train,
God.
it's all bad. It's all bad, but this makes it doubly bad. Do you understand? Like, there's a difference between like something is bad, which we all agree on.
Hassan, everybody with half a brain knows that the
Kiriko company is tied to the real name of the owner. Do you understand? It's tied to the fucking know your creator.
Nobody cares.
It's tied to everything. There's no shady back end shell company hidden.
I know someone who
run away with
literally
their
went to
money.
jail for this, by
There
the
is
way.
a history. Follow the breadcrumbs. You'll see a history of the businesses of everything.
It used to
The
be.
goddamn
It used to be
fucking-
based out of these
man,
companies. Used to be based out of Cyprus. Some of them still are,
Don't
and
say
based
these
out of
companies.
Israel.
I'm
Some of
talking
them
about
still
steak
are.
and only steak.
Now they
talking
moved
about
into Curacao because I guess Curacao has less restrictions. That's why they do
No.
it.
This is steak. This is the address on the bottom
But
of their.
there's a reason why they have to do it out of the shed in Curacao, and that is because
You are literally using.
You're
Listen. You are using hypotheticals and circumstantial bullshit. You're saying because they're in this, it has to all be a scam,
Don't
rigged,
send that.
shady.
Sorry.
It is unfair. It is fucking bad faith, and you are virtue signaling. We started this argument off of something entirely different. You
Trainwreck.
sat there together, circle jerking on a podcast, talking about the health of kids, and now we're talking about the location.
I have an
of
no,
important
I
the
still agree with that
casino.
point. I
That
never
is
backed
fucking
up. I never backed down from that point. I still agree with that.
Legitimately licensed. This is what we've moved to.
I love
This is why
look,
this is
Tyler,
just a
Tyler, I love
fucking
you. I
show.
love you, but listen,
Pander
listen.
to fucking
I never
drama
backed away from
viewers.
that point. I never
wait,
backed
no,
away
wait,
from that
wait,
point.
wait,
I
wait,
still
wait.
think it's
What
bad.
are we doing?
Please,
Some
give me a
petty
minute.
shit.
Hassan,
Some petty
you
shit.
of all
Please.
people, didn't know that. Dude, why did the argument go all the way over here? Like,
Oh, no.
what is this whole systematic
Please, let
thing?
me put
All of a
this
sudden, you're
in.
just lumping everybody in. The
Okay,
problem
what?
that we're
let's
having.
put the shed
The
aside.
problem that we're
Put
having.
the shed aside. And I just have one question for Train. Did you used to say on your streams that I wouldn't do this if I was a big streamer?
I probably have. Yes, I've said a lot of things on my streams, and I've
Yo,
grown up, evolved, and changed. Have you not done that? I'm sure you've had instances in the past where you've said very harmful
Why did
things,
you change your mind?
and now you've changed.
Wait,
have
do
you
you
not?
think it's harmful to say you wouldn't do this as a larger streamer? The difference
No,
is
I'm
one
just
is
giving, I'm giving
demonstrating
an
growth.
example. People's perspectives change. Things change.
What changed that made you say, okay, I will do this as a big streamer?
I got a love for it. I enjoy gambling. It's what I do on my off time. So now I do it on stream, and I know I've catered to a older audience. And as long as I'm responsible and transparent, which I am, which you've admitted to me being,
$1 million a month.
I do
that's
it.
all I'm saying.
that the fact you keep bringing that up
Yeah, it's
reflects
totally
your
on point.
it reflects envy more than it does facts.
It totally.
It doesn't.
totally
Me
changes
taking a
the
million and
whole-
using that
your
million
whole
on top of my
hobby.
funds
I
is
don't care what you do
irrelevant.
with the
It's
million. I don't care what
irrelevant.
you do
Okay,
with
I
the
have
$1
to-
million.
Can I say something here,
Yikes.
Ethan, really quick?
I'll enjoy any hobby if someone pays me $1 million. a month.
Yikes.
I'll go fucking croquet with my grandma. I don't give a
Ethan,
shit.
Ethan,
I'll
hold
go
on.
play
Let me ask a
gin
question
rummy
here.
with my fucking mom and her friend.
Yikes.
My question is this, okay? Do you feel like you adequately defended the prior points about like addiction and how this promotes addiction? And do you think that's why we're like moving away? Or do you think we're addressing every single deflection that you've brought up so far,
Train, I got
demonstrating that
I got
why
you.
these are multiplyingly bad and worse when you realize that it's in fucking Curacao and this is
Okay.
what the headquarters looks like? Because that's what's
I-
going
I
on, but you make
I
it
will
seem like
ex-
we're running away from the original argument.
The reason why we're running away, Hassan,
yes.
is that we are only everybody's forced to go at your pace. You fire 20 shots, pang, really small shot at the bottom of your argument, right? Right? And they're all really damaging, and you're lumping us in with all the evil people. And every time we bring that up, you downplay its importance. Oh no, these are specifics. Forget about that. And next point. Oh no, no. It's not about that. It's about the bigger picture. And you're pushing further and further to other topics because we have to, because you're downplaying the good points and overplaying the good ones.
I'm so confused. There is no good point to promoting gambling on
The one about
stream.
the alcohol was a good point.
He gets paid $1 million. That's
We
the
stood away.
upshot.
The
I
one
think
about the-
I think
the
I think
one about
alcohol
the degrees of
promotions.
evil,
I think
the
alcohol
degrees of-
promotions are also
Wait.
bad, but a varying
The
degree
degree-
of bad, considering that
Oh.
you.
the degrees of evil. The degrees of evil.
What's up, buddy?
This is why the slippery
wait.
slope argument is a
guess
logically
that-
fallacious
No.
one. Now, do you
Because
understand why? Do you understand why it's a logical fallacy? Because
Oh, you guys
I'm
won.
giving
He's
you
just running.
tangible, identifiable reasons as to why a certain thing is bad. And then what you are doing is what is known as whataboutism, okay?
What?
By
I never did
saying,
that.
what about
never did that.
alcohol? Which then I describe exactly how that's different.
That is
so then you
not
want to
what
tie
I
it
said.
back to,
That is-
so then you want to tie it back to gambling.
Hasan,
I already
no,
gave you,
no.
I already
guys,
gave you
you're
clear
cheating.
and
You're
concise
cheating.
examples
You're cheating
of
the
how.
argument.
it
No,
up?
no, you're
up to here.
maliciously twisting your
I
real
have an important announcement.
I'm
recollection
not. I'm just
You are-
retelling
no,
your
no.
argument.
The hut where
Everybody,
steak
shut
is
the
located.
fuck up! You are maliciously misreconstructing the argument we had to play in your favor. It is not how we went to that point at all.
I don't
We
know
went-
what you're referencing
Agreed.
right now
We went-
anymore. I really don't know.
went-
I'm
we
sorry.
We went to that point because
Background is the
initially
hut where steak
we
is
were
located.
talking
I just want
about
people to know.
the promotion of a
This is the
vice
shed.
or something bad or illegal.
This is
Right,
where
or
millions and
damaging,
millions.
right?
and
Wait.
millions
I
of
think
dollars
you
are laundered.
misunderstood.
No, not illegal.
There are vices. It's like saying doing a fucking sponsorship for a sugary candy is bad because of the consequences of diabetes. Like heart disease kills millions of people. That's a terrible argument to make. I mean, sure, that's still bad, but there's varying degrees of bad. There is
Okay.
a reason for why we hold specific vices to a specific value and regulate them appropriately, and that's because they are incredibly damaging and very hard to very hard to moderately enjoy,
I just
especially for a
pointed
lot
out
of different
at
people.
the-
Oh,
at
I don't
the
trust
hypocrisy-
any company that's run out of a building like this.
Hey, Ethan, give me a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'm
Brother,
talking to Hasan.
here.
Okay, no.
Here you go.
No.
That's the company you're talking about that you're showing.
Is it based in Cyprus too, by the way? Because I wouldn't
talking-
be surprised.
Yo, we have a
based
valid
in-
point. We have a valid point for once, and you guys are misguiding the decision to a hut.
Countries it in?
A hut in Cyprus or some shit. We're talking about a real
Curacao?
point.
You guys ever heard of
and
that
you're
place?
showing me a van from fucking Cancun or some bullshit. I don't give a shit about the hut.
I do.
Now, because we're not there
I love
yet.
the hut.
We're not there yet. We were already
I
talking about
love
something.
the hut.
Okay, then
Thank
buy
you.
the hut. Buy it.
I could. I mean,
Yeah, buy it.
I will. We should buy this hut. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Hey, Hasan, what I indicate to you, I simply point at the fact that I thought it was slightly hypocritical, right? That in the podcast that I wasn't in, you were with somebody who did a paid promotion for alcohol, right? And you were sticking only on the fact that promoting gambling is also dangerous and bad, right? When I made the link because the promoting alcohol is I think also bad. Both destroy childhood, families, people's mental. People die from multiple suicide from all those things.
I agree.
I think it's a decent it's a comparison that draws a good picture that's as close as it gets. And I thought it would
But
be
you're not
good to bring it
addressing
up
But I know.
because
Okay,
it's
fuck
so
Miskiff then.
close
He's wrong.
that
He's
you-
wrong for doing alcohol
Okay,
promotion, right?
Fuck it. Thank you.
Okay, but that doesn't change the main argument that we're having, and I don't even fully agree with what you're saying as far as like alcohol promotion. If Miskiff was getting fucking shit faced, he would get banned off the platform. Like that would be entirely different if he was like, I love alcohol, like let's fucking keep
What?
drinking
No,
and
no.
promoting the degenerate
No.
level of alcohol consumption.
You
that-
motherfucker. If you're gonna present gambling as black and white and no degrees, then you did the same with alcohol. Black and white, no
Facts.
degrees. Don't give me
Facts.
shit about he's
Yeah.
passing out. What is the
Because I
equivalent?
think-
Dying on the stream from the slots pulling out of my arms? What are you on about? What a
Yeah,
dumbass.
because I think I don't have the same opinion on poker streams. Maybe if you knew that, you could turn around and say I'm a fucking hypocrite for that. And the reason for that, even though it is still gambling, is because the subsidiaries that you have to utilize are, in most circumstances, legal ones. Okay, if it's an illegal one, that I would have an issue with that as well. And the reason why I don't
Back
feel the
to
same way about
legality.
slots
We're
as I
back
do
there
about
again. We're
poker,
back there-
for
we're back there
example.
again.
I'm
We're back
giving
there
you. I'm giving you.
again. It's happening again.
Man, baby.
You're hot.
It's
You're
raining at the
hiding.
hot.
You're hiding at
No,
some,
I'm
behind this weird-
actually telling
Nobody
you that
cares.
there are different
Raining at the
degrees
hut in
in
Cow.
bad behavior and promoting certain
Rainy
vices.
weather.
And I'm trying to describe to you by showing you the boundaries of my moral system so you can understand where I'm coming from. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. What,
Okay.
what if I gamble unpaid for $10 on stream?
Off stream? What?
No, on stream. I gambled $100 on stream, and I gambled it.
Gambling
Right?
on stream
Black and
routinely.
white.
Okay,
It's
this is
bad.
you are talking about an
Nope.
extreme circumstance to make it seem less innocuous to a bunch of people who cannot comprehend how bad this is. It would still be
seems
bad.
like-
It would still be
it
bad.
seems-
Even if you gambled $100 or whatever the
seems
fuck
like-
on a casino
like-
stream, it would be bad. But if you understand that it's still bad, then you should be able to
Listen,
comprehend why it's so much
means
worse
you're
when you're
going to-
gambling
things are
$1,000
You're
a
gonna say
hand.
it's bad. That's
Nope.
fine.
Things are
But
black
do
and
not,
white when
do
it
not,
suits you.
do not.
Go ahead.
If you listen, I said this to Ethan in the beginning. If you're gonna say it's bad, you have every right to, and that's fine. The problem is in the beginning, this was used, whether it was you or whether it was Ethan, in order to start this entire show off, right? Petty tactics were used,
QXC wanted to come on the
insinuating
show, and that's how
insinuating
this
that
started.
we are
Where's the
all
StarCraft? I know who
scamming,
that is. I don't know
rigging,
where
and
he's at.
involved
I don't
in the
care.
beginning, and we're selling it to children. That's what it started as days ago. Do you understand?
That's a
what it started as.
multiplier. Yeah, that's a multiplier
No, but you
offense.
cannot bundle us up in there, and then now that we're here, say it's none of that. But
Wait, what's the-
ethically speaking,
Wait,
this
am
is
I
based in
missing a
this
point?
country.
Because I haven't backed away from a single claim. So
I'm talking.
Oh,
I'm talking about
please.
Ethan. How this entire thing
we're talking to
started.
me
You
now?
understand?
I'm in the bro. I'm at the hut in Calco, bro.
See, in 2012, Ethan, this kind of stuff would have worked, but we're in 2021. People are a little smarter,
Hassan, the
like
problem with-
doing
the problem
these
with you-
little
Harder than what?
The
charades.
problem-
I'm not
the
backed
problem-
away from a single point. I don't want to relitigate
The
the same
problem
point
with
20
Hassan
times
every
here.
is
point.
that-
This entire fucking show.
The whole
You-
point is that this
Hassan-
is the place you say is legit. It's in a fucking hut in the middle of some goddamn country
I'm
with people out
saying-
that I've never even heard of. Dan's well educated. He doesn't know
place
heard of
I'm
it either.
saying is, listen, I'm saying
What's the name
the
of the
gambling
country?
streams I did, I do,
Fair
xQc
cow.
did, those are legit. Do you understand? We're not sitting there playing with fake money. We're not sitting there fucking scamming and rigging. I'm losing. You're basing everything off of a clip of where I win instead of watching my 20-hour fucking stream. That's what I'm saying is legit.
I think you're
These
hyper
things that-
focusing on again.
Things that no. These things that you're grasping at about other countries where they're based. I don't know what the
There's a hut
fuck
in
or how the
Krakow.
fuck.
Wait, Ethan
Right.
Ethan, I think that's not my statement. And I personally don't care about that. I think my opinion is broader
Jesus.
than that. It's completely irrelevant to me because I never made that statement and I don't really care.
Okay,
I understand why
Hassan,
someone could make that speculation given how gambling operations have worked previously on the internet. I don't think Ethan ever said that either of you guys are like personally involved in stake in a similar capacity to like the CS:GO shit. And I'm not very
Hey, you
familiar with the
guys-
CS:GO stuff in general, so I would never have been able to make that comparison, right?
Because
I don't even know what the fuck that is. So having said that, the arguments that I've made have not been addressed, or when addressed, you agree with me. It seems like both of you do that gambling is bad, okay? That it's
Yep.
very irresponsible, and it leads you to like $2.3 million losses. And
Yep.
I personally think
Yeah.
if this kind of behavior is so destructive to the tune where it's like it makes you 15 times more likely to commit suicide, it's the most suicidal prone addiction out there. I think that promoting that to an audience, no matter what their age is harmful.
alcohol and drugs,
Promoting
right?
it to a younger audience that
A
is
close
impressionable is
second-
even more harmful. Promoting it to a younger audience that's impressionable through a website that is regulated is still bad, but unregulated because they're based out of Curacao is the worst fucking thing you can do. That's my argument. So I've addressed every single point
Don't
that
give
you
me
have
that
made
argument
so
when
far.
I have an older base, 100%.
Does that make sense though? Do you guys understand? I want to make sure that like this is
I'm
as
saying, don't
clear
jumble
as
me up
humanly
with the
possible.
12-year-old
I never-
PG-13ers. That's all I'm saying.
Hassan, I never argued against that.
Okay, so we have no disagreement then.
This podcast has been like a 3v1,
Yeah.
and Train already knows my stance about gambling. I'm already kind of against them. I know people keep thinking that I'm like defending Gamble. I was only in the first place to stop something from people from lumping us with actual scam lords. I think it's kind of unfair, and I don't like it. Lumping us, it's just bad. I don't
Hey,
like it.
Trainwreck. If
Okay,
you're trying to be transparent, why is it that all the videos you post on YouTube is of you winning jackpots?
I don't post videos of me on YouTube.
Oh, this is Trainwreck TV highlights. That's not you.
My channel is Trainwrecks TV. That's my channel.
Train TV highlights.
Yeah, that's
So
not me, buddy. Nice job though. Really good fucking investigative work. Really good. Really
producers,
fucking good, man.
Step it up, producers. Come on now.
Wait,
Really fucking
okay,
good.
guys,
Yeah, you should
it
probably
doesn't
fire that guy
matter.
that linked that
Producers,
to.
step it up.
It doesn't matter.
not
You
that
also
big
you
of a
also
deal.
pin your
now
wins,
that he's
right?
wrong, right? It doesn't matter now that he's wrong. But when
No,
he
it doesn't matter because you still
Hang on,
already
people
pin
are-
your
these are the
wins, and we're talking about your
watching, bro.
streams, dude.
These are the
Yikes.
clips people are watching. It doesn't matter that they got it wrong.
Those
By
people
the
are
way, Train
watching.
TV
They're reaching
highlights.
this
do you
size,
not-
they're
that's
break
not
his
what
arms
you have
doing
no
that
Train
shit.
shit.
TV is
Facebook
not
is?
me. No, it's not me. That is not
Hey, well,
me.
you should remove those videos because it's putting out the wrong impression of you, dude.
Oh,
my-
okay.
Now,
Jesus
now,
Christ.
Oh, come
Holy
on.
fuck.
Come
Train,
on.
train,
Holy
train,
not what you wanna
train,
put out
train.
there.
You
Oh
pin,
my
Do not train me.
God.
train.
Do
If,
not
if
remove
this
that
argument was
video.
just
Exactly
about
what you
wins
tried
and
doing.
promoting wins, then you could potentially make this a counter, right?
Yikes.
But even then, even if we are exclusively talking about the promotion of wins, like you talk about chasing that win, you pin your wins on your chat when people use the command to see how many wins you have thus far, or if you're up or down. So obviously, you do understand that it's a motivator because it's content. Ultimately, it's content, right? It's good content. When you're losing, you're an underdog.
It's always
It's not.
rooted in-
No, it's not about content. It's not about content. I do it regardless. Do you understand? If I was at 1,000 viewers, I'd do it. This is what I do. Why are we pretending like this
I
thing
did it for the
happened?
content element
I've
to
been
it.
gambling since the
No,
beginning.
I
Do
think
you
it's
understand?
content. It's compelling too. Like
gamer.
I
Yes,
think
but
it's
that's
I think
not
it's
the
compelling content. Don't
primary
get me wrong.
reason. Do you understand? It's not
Train,
the
look at
primary
the
is
primary
content,
reason.
to be
Explain this
honest.
photo.
It happened.
That clip
The
channel,
content thing
that
happened
clip channel
past-
If it
promotes
wasn't
the same
content,
concept that we were
people would
promoting, by the
watch
way.
it.
Yeah,
that-
I know, but what I'm saying is I didn't do
Explain
it for the
this photo,
content
Train.
aspect.
Train, that clip channel literally
photo? What are you talking
proves the
about?
same argument that you yourself have made over and over
Where is
again.
it?
The clippable moments are your victories, and that's what people care about. That's what people gravitate towards. If you were
That's
losing
my
all the
point.
time,
Thank
it
you.
still wouldn't matter because no matter what happens, you're ultimately going to win. And even if you were losing all the time, people are clearly still getting on board and signing up for the website or gambling more on that website after watching you. And that's precisely why they're paying you $1 million a month. Like, look, I think
they are
getting the bag
losing
is
money
one
on
thing,
me.
right? And by the way,
They
it's
are
not a bad
losing
thing.
money, and my affiliates show that they are losing money on me. They pay me because if I'm gonna go live, they want it to be on their site. They find it more damaging if I'm on another site versus being on theirs. Do you understand? They don't
What?
pay me because I'm bringing them money. Do you understand?
How are
They
you not
pay me
afraid that
because
you're
I'm
going to
a
make
large
more
viewer.
Trainwrecks out there, by the way? Like, that's my point. People love you, dude. They
Right,
look
and
up
if you
to you.
can, but if you're going to give that argument, Hassan, I need, like xQc was saying, I need consistency amongst everything across the board, not just this that I'm involved with and
I mean, I am.
xQc's involved with.
I think
All
I
our
am pretty
mutual
consistent.
friends that
People
are-
call me a virtue
No.
signaler all the time for this reason. I literally
The
had a
alcohol thing was a
conversation
prime
personally with
example.
Yasuo when he
I mean,
asked me.
Where's the
I
picture you're
personally
linking,
told
brother?
him, no cameras,
on
no
my
nothing,
screen.
like that. I think what he's doing is wrong.
Put that apart.
Where is it?
It's on my stream. It's just a goof.
Where is it? Let's take a look.
Is it not on the screen?
I love him, but what I think I think what
Put
he's
it on
doing
the
is bad.
screen. He's trying to find it. It's just a stupid picture. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, see, those, I'll keep it $1.50. Like, no cap. Those motherfuckers ain't watching me. If they're watching me, they have a parent right behind them, and that parent is a fucking idiot.
I'm just kidding. I don't think 5-year-olds are watching you. Just an
There's
image. that I
no
wanted-
shot.
Thank you. Peace
Yeah,
and love.
that's funny,
Look,
though.
at
Yeah.
the end of the
Wolf
day,
off.
I think we are not going to see eye to eye on this one, you know. And I think we've all presented our positions on this. I think if I can make some conclusions that we've drawn, we all agree that gambling is bad. There are different degrees of badness. You know, someone like Aiden Ross, who's not even playing with his own money, who has a younger audience.
I mean, by the
who
way, you
is-
also have clips on your personal channel that like show you winning $400,000 and you know this last minute bet saved me a lot of money, which is fine. Like you know, you show that doesn't make it worse overall. My point is that like it's all
I
bad.
tell people not to post this shit at all.
Okay,
my
Hassan,
main YouTube should just be my content, and that's it. There shouldn't
Okay,
be wins.
Hassan, I went
If
to
there
YouTube,
is, then-
okay? I watched your party highlight. I saw you drinking heavily. I went out there, I drank as much as you did, and I passed out. I was blacked out. Motherfucker.
You saw a
What-
party
what-
highlight where I'm drinking heavily. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it was a joke. It was like, dude, like, where are you going with this?
Dude, come on. But like,
if that's
That's
something I did, I mean, if it's not a hypothetical, then yeah, I would want to fix that. I would not want to have that up. I think that's actually not good.
Okay, so be just as vocal and consistent across the board on all those matters, and get into a podcast with your two friends, and let's do 100,000 viewers straight up each of them.
Just because I'm not passionate about every single fucking thing bad happening in the world doesn't mean that I can't care about what you're
When you
doing
use
wrong.
the example
No,
of
you're not wrong,
care about the
correct.
kids,
Yeah, I don't know
you
why.
should be.
I don't know why you guys
Because
are.
when you use kids,
Guys are just
you should care
whataboutism
across
all
the board,
fucking
should
day.
you not?
I do
We're
talk
not
about a
gonna
lot of
agree.
these issues, by
I'm
the
not
way.
talking to
I
you,
literally
was talking
do.
to Ethan. I was
We're
referring to
not-
Ethan.
We're
Yeah,
not
you
going
didn't
to
seem to
agree.
talk about a lot of it. Yeah, the other day on the
Okay, I'm
podcast
gonna
that you
do a
wouldn't let me
stream
in
now
about the alcohol
dedicated to
promotion.
every bad thing
You
in the
weren't very
world,
vocal about
just so I
that
can
one,
come
were you?
back in
When
30
it was
years
right
when I'm
there in
done
your
and then
face.
talk to Train.
Were you, Mr.
Until
Hassan?
I've criticized every fucking issue in the world, I have no
No,
moral.
if
I
you
have
make
no
your primary
ground to
focus
talk
about
to.
the kids, then yeah, I would like to see
Yeah,
alcohol
okay, I'm gonna
against
go and
alcohol
save the kids
sponsors.
store
Yeah,
so I can talk to Train in 10 years from now when I'm
100%.
done.
Okay, but you understand that you have not actually
Is there one person in the
successfully.
world qualified to criticize you, Train, by that metric?
What was
Huh?
that?
Is there one
The
person
Pope.
in the world who is qualified to criticize what you do?
I think
You're
I am.
allowed to criticize what I
Oh, I am.
do when you're using fucking facts, not some bullshit about scam, rig, and some trash. Do you understand?
Okay, you're hyper focusing on the
listen, it's
scam rig
all
trash shit.
People-
I
okay,
never
Yeah,
made that.
Let me reiterate this. People
talking
that
to you, Hassan.
like
I'm talking to him.
Gamba, that like doing that content, and that are doing it, and will or are being promoted to do,
Listen,
who
we're not
are
gonna
being
agree.
paid to do it, will be continuing to do it regardless of my opinion, yours, the book, until
More
it is
people are going to do it if
outright
you're doing it.
banned.
More people are going to do it if you're doing it. Your fans are going to do it. He's making $1 million a month. I don't care what you do with that $1 million. If you happen to
Well,
spend it on
I've
more
actually,
gambling, that just
I'm
makes-
actually
I don't
down.
care.
I'm actually down
Listen.
$1.5 million, but thank you.
Okay, great, fantastic. Listen, this is where if you guys, what's your affiliate code? I'll give you a promo. Steak.
I don't want it.
Someone tell me what it is.
Don't tell.
Steak?
Don't. I don't push it at all. Don't do it.
Well, I'm going to do it for you. I want you.
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna
do
help
it.
you out.
And
No, I want to.
now you're just being an asshole. No,
This is weird.
Yes, I am. I know I'm not being an asshole. I want you to get paid.
that's just weird.
This is
Ugh.
weird.
This is
Really
the
weird.
headquarters. If you trust, if
Yikes.
this is the place where you want to put your money, right behind me, you can head on over to Stake Casino and play with the likes of Trainwreck and get a huge, not a huge return. You're guaranteed to lose your money from the
What are you doing?
from Train himself, from Trainwreck himself.
Checkmate.
That's what I say. Yeah, you will guarantee. You guarantee to lose it.
Guaranteed to lose your money.
100%. Yes,
there.
you will lose.
Right into this shed.
Wait, why did you feel weird about plugging something that you get paid to advertise?
I
Yeah, why
don't
is that weird?
because I
Dude,
don't
it's on
like.
your screen
I
every
don't
time
like
you stream.
because
It's
I
on
don't
your
like
screen.
affiliate codes. I don't like it. I
But
think
why is
affiliate
that
But
codes
you
are
weird?
have
weird.
it on
all
your
fucking
stream,
time.
dude.
Yeah, it's on my stream for
Ah,
people who
okay,
are
guys.
gambling.
Don't take
You're
the $1
being
million.
ambiguous about this. It's like if somebody was on this podcast saying, "Guys, look at I drank G Fuel. Guys, get code xQc." Like, dude, it's like, dude, it's just weird. Like, you're like, yeah.
Okay,
I
then
don't know,
why
it's
does he?
just-
Why did
Because
Train
he's
say?
being coy, like,
Okay,
he's
that's
like,
one thing. But
just
Train said he
weird,
doesn't
like,
like
I
affiliate codes in
I'm not
general.
I don't push my code.
I get paid a lot of money, but I don't
Your
like
code
it.
is there
It's
for
like-
people who gamble already that are
Yeah,
degenerates like me,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
can. That's it. I don't push it though. I verbally
Seems
tell
like
people
you
not to
don't push it,
gamble
you're
all the
saying.
time.
You do
Right now, what you just did right there, Ethan, has pushed it
Yeah.
more than me in 3 months. So congratulations.
Yes, I'm sure the people that watch you day in, day out are not using the code that's explicitly displayed on your screen. They're not using it versus me pointing at a shed in the middle of fucking nowhere saying this is where it's located. I'm sure everybody's running to go sign up for Steak. It's located in this fucking shed. I'm sure I'm doing all ton of damage to the youth, the people of America.
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
Excellent.
I really want to reiterate because I think people are really not getting. So my points and my stance is, this is like an opinion and a degree thing, but I agree. Gamba bad, shouldn't do it on stream.
Yeah.
It was a lot of very damaging. I think most people will agree with that.
Agree.
I did it, and I agree with that. I get it. I was rooted mainly in this idea, Gamba content, because I'm enjoying it, and whenever I'm enjoying something, chat enjoys it. I enjoy doing it, and I love doing it. Okay, I understand the impact of it, and I more understand it now. But I really wish that even after these experiences, you guys didn't lump people like me with legitimate scam lords.
Hey,
and
perhaps this
scum
is why
lords.
no one mentioned
It's
your
bad.
name originally when we were talking to Aiden, and you thought we were talking about you and got mad and got offended when no one was talking about you because you already have admitted all these things.
I actually don't think I said anything really bad
The
about
only time
xQc to begin
xQc's
with.
name was brought up was when I was talking about normie streamers. When I said xQc is the biggest streamer on the fucking platform, are you telling me that he's a normie streamer to misgive to make fun of him for sucking off Aiden Ross.
What,
That is
did
the
I suck
only
off-
time your name was brought up. And that's precisely why I'm very confused. I love it.
And in the
I love it because it's
you're
good
right.
content, but I'm very confused as to why you got so personally mad. Trainwrecks, understandable. Ethan brought up Trainwrecks. Understandable that Trainwrecks is mad.
Because
You just added yourself into the conversation when no one was criticizing you at all.
I never accused you of spamming anyone, dude.
It's dishonest.
I think what we call it, what we call this in the Among Us industry is self-report.
No,
give a
I'll
fuck
tell you.
about
No,
that.
real quick.
No.
XQC, real quick.
You set up the self-report because
Being
you,
sussy as fuck right now.
You created an unfair scenario maliciously where
100%.
3v1,
I agree.
3 analytical individuals would fire shots at Adin, some 19-year-old fucking basketballer.
It wasn't a setup.
from
He chose to
Bumfuck.
call
He
in.
wanted
It
to.
was
He wanted to come
drama.
on. He wanted to come on. We weren't gonna
He
fucking
wanted
talk to
come on.
Aiden.
It wasn't like a big old. We didn't.
That
Dude,
just
it
about
wasn't
me
the
dismantling him.
mastermind thing. He
And now
wanted to call in.
you fuckers. Okay, listen.
Are
Are you
XQC,
saying Miskiff is
you-
analytical, by the way? Because that's
You
hilarious.
dismantled him one point at a time, leaving no points for
XQC.
any
Guys,
intelligent
I'm
counter
happy
argument,
to announce
and you purposely
Right
locked
here
me out of
down on
it.
the stream.
Do you think this
It
was
was
a better?
malicious.
Do you think this was a
It
better
was
defense of
intentional.
cryptocurrency streaming
was
in
intentional.
your mind than what
XQC.
Aiden
Guys,
did?
big
XQC.
announcement,
Fuck
guys.
you.
If you head on
listen.
over to stake.com, you can use code H3.
No,
We
but, like,
just
for real.
received our affiliate code today. You get $500 free if you deposit $10,000, and you can play in this shed.
Okay. Here's
Real
the thing,
quick,
though.
hold on.
Like,
Wait. Hassan.
What's
Guys,
up?
head on over to my stream if
Real
you want
quick,
to use
so
code H3 at
here's-
stake.com.
So after being here, right?
Bonus.
Here's what I've
Because
learned.
I'm not defending
Right here.
anybody. If you're gonna fuck
here's
up
what I've learned.
Gamba, you
X.
don't get to lump everybody in and using Aiden as a
X.
focal point, aka sole representation
Yes.
of the Gamba across. You don't get to do that.
But
Here's
you
what I've
already
learned.
apologized for it. You're in the
Here-
same boat as
here-
Miskiff, so I don't know why
here
you're still
is-
mad. No one was
here's what I've-
saying you're in the same boat. I don't
Here's
know
what
why
I've
you're
learned.
still
When we
defending
get
it.
lumped in,
Dog,
okay,
you literally, no one lumped you in. You lumped yourself in, and now you're mad and digging yourself
The
a larger
media,
hole because you're making it seem like you're
every-
defending cryptocurrency gambling.
Everything has been doing it. I always get the short end of the stick.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
okay. All the big titles, put my name in there. I always get lumped in. And when you guys put lies or things that can be disproved, right? And the only person who can disprove that
Disprove
when
anything.
I'm being lumped in is Aiden. It is out of bad faith, and you
Bro,
fucking
you
know it.
literally,
And you,
we never had this conversation with your name involved. I don't know why you're still on this. Okay?
Here's what I'm upset about. Let me tell you.
We literally
Okay.
never brought you up in that entire fucking
At the
conversation. Go
at
watch
the
the
end-
entire thing.
Real quick. Okay, drop that.
It's
Listen,
the truth.
Here's the problem here. He said his conclusion, his concluding words, I'll say mine. At the end of this entire conversation, we came to the conclusion, right? That gambling is bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Use code H3.
So
at
what does
stake.com.
that what does that confirm to me? Exactly what I've been saying. This is all for the fucking show. Because the way this started wasn't we think gambling's bad. It started with
No, it was. It
the
was. I've been
most-
saying it
no,
for months.
It started with the most scum lord of shit ever. It started with
No.
scam, rigged, and children
I'm gonna lose my
specifically.
mind. I'm gonna lose my mind,
That's
guys.
where it
Guys,
started.
This is all-
Hassan, not
this.
you. Hassan, not you. I'm talking
Say
to
whatever you
Ethan.
want.
Ethan's shots to me, not you, Hassan. Ethan shots to me before your fucking podcast. Do you
All
understand?
valid.
I'm not talking to you, Hassan. I'm talking to him.
All interesting, valid points to make.
He started with children. He started
Yep.
with scam and rig toward me.
Yeah.
And now that we're in the call, all it is we think gambling's bad. So
Oh,
here is
well,
the conclusion.
What we've
This
debated
was
the
all
other
done
issues
to
as
sell a
far as
show.
humanly
No, this was done to
possible,
sell a
short
show.
of not
It was done
being in their
drama
fucking
baiting.
data center
It was
and
done
this
for
shed in the middle of
relevancy and
Cow
your
Cow.
introduction
I
to
can't
Twitch.
obviously prove that they're
That's
scamming.
what
So
it
what's
was
the
done
point of
for.
debating
And it's
it? My
fucking
point
petty.
is that obviously in the absence of having absolute proof, I am only I'm guessing based on my experience and knowing about unregulated industries that it's possible that doing those things. It's definitely interesting and worth bringing up. Obviously, I was short of having fucking evidence again and being in this shed, which is in the middle of
And you did it.
then what's the
You
point of
didn't.
it?
You
keep
didn't
bringing
talk
it
about
up.
it like you were short of evidence. You talked about it
Go
like
watch
it
it
was
again.
fact. Do you
Go watch
understand?
it again.
Okay.
Go watch it again, and meanwhile, I'll watch your 10 hours, 12-hour stream where you're 20-hour stream where you keep saying don't do this with the code on the screen.
I never
That's
mentioned the
perfect.
stakes, by the way, but also, I think the stakes don't matter because ultimately, what is going on? I mean, the stakes is a multiplier. If the stakes are fucking, gamed in your favor, if they're juiced up, then it's really scummy. But ultimately, people see your wins, and they are a significantly better motivator than your losses. Your 19 hours of losses are a deterrence. Okay? That's my point, and that's been my point.
I just love how all the arguments here are like pointed out.
Doesn't change. They're all relevant.
Holy fuck. All right.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
I
guys,
know. It's
good
hard.
talk. It was great meeting you, H3. Great meeting you again,
It was
Hasan.
nice meeting you. Thank you for
Great
calling me.
meeting you again,
No problem.
Hasan.
Yeah, and xQc, it's always a fucking pleasure. Hey, you let me know. Send me a picture of that
Steven.
cock again. Hey,
It's
I need some
Steve,
material.
baby.
Yep.
Hey.
Steve's.
I know sometimes you run low. You hit me up at night.
Yeah, I
Ain't
need
coming
some
in,
cock.
man.
Hey,
3
sometimes
a.m.,
dick
4
pics.
a.m., I got you,
Hasan,
pal.
hey, now that I know you're circumcised, my man. Listen, send me some of those too.
Okay.
H3, it was a pleasure. Later, guys.
All right. Take care.
Wait, are we done? Actually, are we done? I don't want to leave, and you guys are still here. Are we all done or no?
Well, I mean, I think we've talked this to as much as possible. This
The fucking
conversation
bone.
is probably done.
It's just that listen. I kind of wish I could make you guys understand this without sound like a fucking victim or whatever. But it's just because when there are certain points that are clumping everybody together, whether it's me, Train, Adam, right, and they're legitimately wrong, and it pushes a narrative that bites me in the ass every day, all the threads, and it's like, oh yeah, but him too. It's a recurring thing.
Okay, but then get mad at those people. Why are you getting mad at us? We didn't bring you up.
No, because okay, you not bring me up doesn't do shit. If you say something that isn't truthful,
Well, dude, listen, it makes everyone look bad. It does. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, it does, and it legitimately sucks. That's why I wanted to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So we agree. And for the record, I don't think you've been scamming anybody. It's great that you realized that this was a bad thing and you stopped, and I'm glad you stopped. And I think that's awesome because it's hard to say no to that much money, right? And so it takes a lot on a personal level to say no to $1 million a month, right? Or $2 million a month or whatever Aiden's getting. And so, you did the right thing, and that's great. And I think that
Okay, fair enough.
that I'm totally I think it's great. What can I say? I think you're good. I mean, you did it. You realized it was bad. You moved on. That's fine.
The difference between you and Mizgiv, though, is that Mizgiv is not like coming on to be like, I'm gonna debate about still like this gambling site is not a scam or whatever.
No,
the fuck.
but when was Miz brought up and lumped in any articles or media
I
pieces?
did. I
in the
brought
past
him up
weeks?
yesterday. I said
Yeah,
Miz used to gamble. What do you have to...
That's you. Something that is recurring. If I find an opportunity to put a stop to it and try to give it a good explanation of why it's not a certain way, right, and it's not a complete scam lord shit, then I'd like to have a
Possible,
chance
but I don't
to.
think you're scamming. This is the hut, by the way.
Stop pointing to the hut, dude.
Just saying. I've seen more legitimate fucking headquarters in
I mean, they probably have one in Cyprus too. Trust me. Like that doesn't really. It's just like someone can have a legitimate business and still be a scam.
I'm not saying anything. Okay, but you of all people should know. Okay, that don't like in 99% of fucking billionaires have all their shit routed through the fucking through Belize and the Cahiman's Isles or fucking.
And it's really scummy because
yes.
Less restriction, less financial regulation and restriction. That's precisely why they do it. Just like the reason why Steak is not fucking headquartered in Canada and instead is headquartered in fucking Curacao is that exact same reason why billionaires fucking route their money through that. And that is incredibly indecent. And I'm fully against it. I would throw all those motherfuckers in jail if I had the opportunity.
xQc, I think you're great. I think that you did the right thing. I don't think you're a scammer, and I think you're a great guy. I think you're funny, and I like you.
Okay, thanks. It goes both ways. Sorry if I tell you guys if I say
this is
Fuck you,
awkward.
Felix. That's
I'm sorry if I
fuck
say
you. That's how I
personal
feel.
Yeah, this is
guys,
fucking awkward.
like,
Am I not going to get any likes?
I'm sorry that I said to you guys, fuck you guys, or you're an idiot. Okay, it's just how I work sometimes. I go over the board. I apologize for that.
Fuck you, bitch.
Fine.
You never respond to my DMs, and you fucking act like I don't respond to your DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Train, I hate to say, but I don't like that you're still doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you can still say that you like me.
And to be honest, I don't know you
Great
very
news.
well, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't have compliments for you at this time.
Oh, it's okay.
You have a beautiful. I'll tell you what. You have a really beautiful voice.
Thank you. See how great that was? It was that
like your
simple and
voice.
that easy.
Yeah.
How about my jawline? You like the jawline or no?
I'll have to do some further research before I comment on that.
All right, I'll tell you what. When you tune in today, if you like the jawline and Twitch Prime sub, and if you don't, then gift 5 subs. So I know what your answer is.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Something tells me you don't need that sub money though.
I do. I'm down. Hassan, I don't know why
Okay,
you're
okay,
laughing,
okay,
my man.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
there's someone that doesn't
hey,
get the
none
sub
of
money.
us-
do you
know
know
what
why I'm
saying?
laughing? Because,
none of us
dude,
here
because
do, please.
I have a fuckload of subs. I literally show it on the corner so that no one misunderstands my financial predicaments or financial circumstances.
I have
Part
0
of that
subs.
offers me the freedom and security to never take on fucking things that will hurt my audience, that I will engage in like marketing that I feel like is bad or damaging to my audience. So that's precisely my point. So yes, you are correct. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. Okay?
I mean, listen.
We're in the wait.
listen,
We're in the
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
We're in the.
I'm
winding
beholden
down
to my
phase.
audience, and that's it.
If listen, if you teach, so I'll tell you what. I will not gamble on stream for 6 months. If you can teach me how you can preach distributive wealth and your goddamn chat's the only one distributing their wealth to you. You teach me how to do that to my chat, and I will happily stop for 6 months.
We'll do it.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
I'll make a call. Love you guys.
All right.
Man.
All right.
See ya.
All right. Love you.
Okay,
Bye.
are we shutting off the Discord? Hold on.
Yeah. So anyway, Hassan, thank you as always. Love you. Appreciate you.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Thanks for bringing on the call, man. Good job, guys.
XQC was great meeting you.
Hey, what you doing?
And obviously, I have no hard feelings, and I only have positive feelings for you.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad you didn't go out there and say some bullshit and whenever there were like points where they were kind of shaky, you know, you gave everybody room to go back and forth, you know, not some fucking bullshit. That's reasonable. I appreciate that.
I think you're smart. I think you're cool, and I wish you the best. And I hope we can talk again.
Yep. So likewise. Okay, man. Okay, guys.
All right.
Have a good day, guys. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Oh, that was a roller coaster, huh? It was a roller coaster, wasn't it? I did not think that we were going to actually end up like I didn't think that Ethan wanted me to come on or would have asked me to come on. I probably wouldn't have. To be perfectly honest, look, I still like xQc. I still like Train. I think Train is a fucking interesting character. But I think what they're doing in the case of Train and what xQc was doing was bad and wrong. And I've been saying that for months. And I've been very consistent about it too. So I don't know. I don't know why people are like, well, what about this? And then what about that? What about alcohol streams? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I know why Train was defending. Oh my God. We just found out something incredibly important about the hut that this gambling operation is based out of.